You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The GOAT Shop on Hits 92.3, the
Read
real
the real
definition
definition of internet radio. I'm one of your hosts, Pushalini Da God.
GOAT Shop, Sports Talk Radio, who we talking about, man?
Man, don't ask me nothing about no Shannon Sharp, bro.
I'm Stony Brown. This is the GOAT Shop on Hits 92.3. They beat Brady that Super Bowl. It would have been free.
The entertainment, like that's what make us. That's why we talking about it. Because of the cap.
Man, don't ask me nothing about no Shannon Sharp, bro.
Morning. This is the GOAT Shop. I am Stoner Brown. It is a wonderful Wednesday in the A. Got the show started a little early. A little late today. Had some personal stuff going on with the team. So Pusha and .net won't be here as well. But today we have a guest. We have one of the youngest and first NIL signees in Georgia, I believe? Yes, indeed. Correctly. My Angel Ross. Just making sure I get it right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their hands balled up. I'm just making sure I get it right. My Angel Ross, one of the first NIL signees in Georgia. What school do you go to?
Lithia Springs High School.
Lithia Springs. You got to talk to these people.
Lithia Springs High School.
And also Coach Nash. And
yeah.
My angel's mom as well.
Mama
doing?
Princess.
Mom Princess. All right. See, everybody got a title. Everybody got a title. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I love that. Well, first, Mom, what does this feel like?
There aren't words to describe this feeling. Proud would be one, but proud is an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Just proud, excited for my daughter and where life has taken her. She's earned every bit of it. So Mama's just glad to be on the ride.
Coach, what does it feel like?
Well, this young lady's come a long way. And her journey and story should be told to the masses because they deserve to hear it and she deserves to tell it. You know, I've been around her a long time to see her grow and the maturation becoming a woman, you know, and not only just a woman, but an athlete. And the way that she just mink all around the field, you know, it's a good thing, you know, and I'm just overjoyed and I'm blessed to be in her presence.
Dope. So what it feel like, young lady? Well, this is when I heard about this, I was like, there's someone in Georgia signed already. It was that. First of all, the first story I heard about was a girl in Philadelphia.
Okay.
I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I had notes, but today's just been crazy. I haven't been able to get to. So that was the first story I heard. I was like, damn, that's crazy. They are really moving on with this very fast. And then when we found out there was someone in Georgia, I was like, oh no, we got to figure this. We got to find out how to get this interview and figure out how this came to be. How did this come to be?
Just being a great athlete, putting my name out there. Coach Nash helped me get out there.
How long you been playing basketball?
I've been playing basketball since middle school. I've been playing flag for 4 years.
You playing flag for? Why we don't have Coach E in here?
He already he had came to us.
Yeah.
It might be a little high turtle to the side. So
Hold on. Swap that.
She's shorty.
Yeah.
She's short, but she fast.
Great things come in small packages.
Legs get her moving.
They do.
I interviewed a coach named Coach E the other day, and he's part of. Have you all heard of Georgia Juice?
No, have not.
Georgia Juice. Coach E has a nationwide flag football team.
Okay.
Where they travel state to state. So the fact that that's really astounding to me, because before he mentioned it, I didn't know that flag football was such a deep, like people are following this.
It's a big deal, man.
It's a big deal right now. You play flag football? That's crazy. That's crazy. I love flag football. I love football. I love sports. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I can't remember the conversation we had. I don't know why I assumed it was basketball, but you play flag football? Like, all right. So my son plays football for Wheeler High School. He's left tackle. He's 6'2", 275. He's huge. My younger son is a little bit big right now, but I really want to get him into playing flag football because it takes way more athleticism to me than just tackle football. You've got to be on your feet.
It's a skill, man.
It's a super skill because in flag football, to me, it's about evasion. It's not about hitting someone directly. It's not about running into your opponent and knocking them over. It's about evading them. It's about finding the little cracks in between players. It's about make that catch, and then after the catch yardage. It's the most important thing is the after the catch yardage. You can make that catch and you could be there, and that's how regular football works. Guy makes a catch, he gets tackled, that's whatever. But when you watch flag football, after the catch, that's when you see the excitement. That's when you see the players really, put all their training into like that low run move, that slide move. Bro, I wish I could do that when I was a kid. I wish that someone trained me in the way to understand how to evade a person coming at you full speed. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that's dope. I'm just blown away. That's dope. So what's ASA?
Go ahead.
It's an organization that teaches athletes what to do when the ball stops. It teaches you about financial literacy.
Financial literacy, insurance, annuities, how to make sure that you're preserving your money. So when you stop,
it can keep going.
Your life don't stop.
That's like what Coach Prime and them are doing, and the other coach over at Stanford are doing. They have full financial programs for all the players.
Of course.
So they have financial advisors because now now players are getting paid. It's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so much movement in the transfer portals as far as basketball and football. And now even volleyball, there's a whole bunch of girls going into different teams through volleyball.
That's because of the NIL space.
Because of the NIL space, right.
The name, image, and likeness space. Like my angel right now, why would you not want to put your name associated with one of the first women in the Southeast to get an NIL deal? Why would you not want to connect yourself with a student athlete who's one of the best around, playing a sport that is ascending
on the come up and on the verge?
Why would you not want to attach yourself with a beautiful young lady like my angel who could go in the boardroom, could go in the classroom, and also go on the field? Why not my angel?
I can't see any reason not. There's a bunch of reasons that you should, because what usually happens before the NIL was available to players, what usually happens is a player is on the rise and then somehow gets injured. You never see that. They never make their full potential. They never are able to have a super proud mom that, like, my daughter just made it here and is already in a position to earn her own money. You know what I'm saying? In my own case, my daughter's about to graduate UAB a year early, and she's already got she's a nurse. So she's already got a job lined up, right? Dog, do you know how happy I was when she said she's gonna have her own check? You know what I'm saying? Well, I know that, all right, right now I'm still paying the car shirts and the car note, you know what I'm saying? And I had to buy some graduation dresses and stuff like that. But within a month, she starts her career and she's able to take care of herself. And as a parent, that is the most exciting thing for any of us. It's like being able to bring my child to a point where they can honestly take care of themselves, provide for themselves, and be a contributing member of society. My family, especially, be a contributing member of the family, but of society in general. But to see it happening at such a young age, still in high school, that is leaps and bounds beyond. I'd be telling everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'd be knocking everybody. You know what my daughter did? Yes. You know what my daughter did? Right, you know what I'm saying?
I found out that your mom was like, "Hey, I birthed me wrong."
Yes, I birthed winners. I did that.
Mhm.
Yes.
So what I haven't seen, what I have not seen is flag football being embraced on the collegiate level yet. I haven't seen that. But because of the NIL now, you can be a professional player and still go to college.
Not a professional. You still an amateur until you become professional. But at the
Mhm.
same time, there are schools out there, NAIA schools, junior colleges, and
Mhm.
future Division I colleges that are going to boost up their game and have a girls program. I'm gonna let my angel talk about the girls programs that she know about right now
Mhm.
and why they're good and why they're not.
So I'm looking at a few schools right now.
Mhm.
Daytona, Milligan, Alabama State, Huntingdon, Andrews.
That's where my son may be going, Alabama State.
Alabama State.
He's got accepted there.
I feel like Alabama State added it just for the Title IX purpose.
Mm.
But some of the schools, they're actually into it. They're actually taking it serious because, as some people know, it will be in the Olympics 2028.
Yes.
So
Yeah, who else gonna be there 2028?
I will be there 2028.
Let's
For
go.
sure.
Damn right, damn right.
For sure.
Let's go.
So some of these schools are genuinely trying to build athletes in the flag football level to be there, and not even just to be there, because eventually it will be a pro league.
Mhm.
And some people genuinely are trying to help us females get there, because females are growing the game, not just of flag football, but of sports in general.
Mhm.
So it's people out here genuinely trying to help us grow.
I definitely see what I saw the first thing that tipped me off that flag football was on the verge, and probably will, because I knew it was going to be in the Olympics, because I follow all kinds of sports. So Olympic sports is just another nugget in the head, you know what I'm saying? Another one of my passions or whatever. But I saw that they would have flag football. I saw they're going to have some other things too. They're going to have that anyway, I'm getting off the subject. But when the NFL started their flag football campaign and started putting that into works, I was like, there's something going on, that because usually when it's just minority groups, women are a minority group, whether you believe it or not, blacks, Latinos, blah, blah, blah. Usually when it's just minority groups, they're going to, do some funding and stuff like that, but they're not going to push it. I realized there's got to be some white kids in the middle America that are playing this sport, and their parents are like, we need an opportunity on the next level.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I just watched it, and then I started hearing about it more and more different organizations that were being put together. They don't always do stuff for us in general first, but once the door is open, it's like Jesse Jackson said, when it comes to sports, Black people, it's an even playing field. It's the only place they can't outplay us. You know what I'm saying? Football field is always going to be 100 yards. Basketball field is always going to be 90 feet from one end to an end. Tennis court is always going to be a certain, you know what I'm saying? As long as the playing field is even, we have an even shot to show our true, you know what I'm saying, athleticism and our training. Because it's not just being born a great person. You got to train to be a great athlete. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw them put that out, I was like, oh, yeah, there's about to be something going on. Young Black kids, young Latino kids are about to have another opportunity to break that glass ceiling. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I love this. And I tell my son, I'm like, listen, bro, he had an injury when he was 15 and had to have surgery on his foot. So before that, he was everybody in the city scouting him. You know what I'm saying? After that, now we have to work on different things. But I told him, there's an opportunity for you to do anything now. You know what I'm saying? What y'all feel about Amir Khan getting an NIL contract for being a team manager?
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome, because what he's doing is he's recognizing his talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
His talent is unifying people, making people feel good about themselves, and doing all the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Why not celebrate that?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs a chance to be celebrated. Like this young lady right here, we're going to celebrate her until she don't want to do it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're talking about one of the best around, we could spit the Ric Flair, gold watch wearing, all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, what are you producing? Her numbers speak for themselves. Go ahead and talk about your numbers. How many touchdowns you done had?
Record from receiver this season, 7. But I play receiver and I play quarterback.
You play quarterback as well?
Yes.
How many touchdowns have you thrown?
Total touchdowns, 39.
39?
Yes.
Wow. In one season?
One season being a quarterback.
Wow. 39 touchdowns.
Just my first season playing
quarterback
on the varsity level.
Yes.
I've been playing receiver.
Wow. That's amazing.
Over 90 plus receptions as a varsity athlete. Over 11 interceptions. Prime time didn't have that his first year. Look at what she's doing.
Yeah, it's definitely groundbreaking and definitely record setting, I guess. In that sense, wow. I mean, it's very intricate skills that are necessary to be a quarterback on top of just vision. You know what I'm saying? You have to have trust in your arm, trust in your receivers, knowing your plays, being able to break down defenses and see what's being thrown at you. But just the confidence to know that I'm going to let this ball go and it's going to be a good play. And even if it's not a good play, I'm still putting my best foot forward. 90 freaking receptions. Same wide receivers all the time. Like y'all play the same team. It's not a big swap. So y'all got the same core team that you're playing with all year.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And still, how many players on the team? Flag football is what, 12?
No, it's 7 people on the field at the time, but the team, it doesn't matter how many people on the team.
Okay. When Coach E came in, he said he had 7 that played all the time and then 5 alternates that he would use throughout the game.
Tell them about your team and how good and successful that team has been, my angel.
This year we made it to Final Four. I've been to the state championship 3 times. I've won a state championship.
That's awesome.
So we got great athletes on the team. My receivers, we got a lot of chemistry, so that helped a lot when I moved up to quarterback. So it was just like knowing who I was on the field with and knowing what I could and I couldn't do, which I couldn't do much. So it was a lot I couldn't do.
So you were already a receiver with them last season, already part of the receiver core. So y'all just built that relationship right then. So when you go to being a quarterback, that's like, hey, it's one of our own up there. We already locked in. I already know how she plays. She know how I play. Damn, that's amazing. That's dope. More coaches should look into that. Yeah, let's take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we will discuss more with my Angel Ross. I'm the GOAT Shop, y'all.
Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most. Kells, we got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.
Morning. It is the GOAT Shop. We are back with my Angel Ross. Flag football, NIL, sign player. What's the name of y'all team that you play for?
Lithia Springs High School.
So it's the high school team?
Yes.
Damn dope. I thought it would be a separate, because so far all the flag football teams that I've heard being organized usually are not organized with the school systems.
Yeah, most high schools are getting in now.
That's smart.
It's growing.
It's smart. They got it. That's what I'm saying. That's smart as hell. They need to get on it, because that's going to bring more attention to the school. That's going to bring more alumni back to the school, because now the school has a product that's worth paying for, worth people investing, and they can get their money back out of.
Talk about that manyan, because that's the thing that people miss out on sports, right? Money drives sports, especially football.
All the way.
Football, right?
All the way.
Basketball, not so much. Track, not so much.
It depends on how deep, because basketball, especially in Atlanta, this is a basketball city.
Well, it's a football state, okay?
Right.
And when you go to college, they have as a collective a little bit more than $20 million to give athletes, right?
And 90% of it goes to the football teams.
85, yep. 85 goes to football. So we need to break some of that money off for these young ladies who are doing their thing in the flag football sector, in the basketball sector, and in track sector. They need a little bit more of that purse. Why not? You know,
there's no reason why not. These are all. Remember, we're living in a system that for so long, when it came to minority players of every walk, has always pushed us to the back. We don't get, you know what I'm saying? So now that the doors are wide open, there's 1,000 reasons why all these companies need to be looking for young women and young men, minority and non-minority, to be the next faces of all these sports. You know what I'm saying? Especially flag football, because like I said, that is taking off crazy in the last 5 years. So if I'm Nike or Reebok or any of these companies, if I want to have my foot into that league, I'm going to go and find the youngest players or the most talented players in all over the country. So who was your first sponsor for the NIL? ACESA. Okay. And have y'all been shopping around for other sponsors, or have you?
She got a couple of things in the pipeline going right
down,
now,
right?
You know, so we can't really talk about them until they come to fruition. But you know, it's a couple of things popping. I want to talk for a second to CoverGirl and all them out there, Maybelline. Look at them lashes, man.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Look at that smile.
Beautiful. That's a face right there. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the orange hair and the lashes, the first thing I thought was, there goes Sha'Carri. There goes somebody right there.
Yes.
And now you see Sha'Carri got them Nike contract. They got that Nike contract, and that ad that they've done with, that Win Now for all the women athletes, I think is amazing. I think that there's definitely a lane, not just a lane. Y'all should be able to knock this out the water. Man, you got a great product. You got a rising star who's an amazing athlete. This is like a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to interview you guys. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to interview. I didn't know what it would be or how it would work, or if you were open to the idea, but I really wanted to just pick your brain on how this type of thing happens and let people know that it is possible. You ain't got to go to Tennessee or Kentucky or California to be discovered. All you have to do is be a great athlete in your profession, and they're going to find you.
But it first starts in the classroom, right?
Yes.
Everything starts in the classroom, and it starts at home. The manners, how you carry yourself, your character, all that builds up into your name, image, and likeness, right? This young lady, she's built herself up to be that person that young girls can inspire to be like, right? Want to train like, want to look like, right? Following in her footsteps are going to be huge, but at the same time, she's so marketable for these companies that it's going to be nothing for little girls to say, hey, my angel, how did you do it? Yes. And the next my angel may be right around the corner. You know, get out of companies. Let's go.
Well, there's definitely in the Bucky's out there giving out NILs. Y'all laughing?
No, really?
Y'all laughing? Dead ass. They gave Amir Khan $100,000. That's what he got from Bucky's, and he don't play a sport.
We haven't called Bucky's yet.
Hey man, I'm gonna be calling. I'm gonna pull up Bucky's.
Listen,
right? You know what I'm saying? Let me get that brisket sandwich.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I'll take some all you can eat brisket sandwich for lifetime. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. Right. Shit. Excuse me. Don't worry, if y'all wasn't here, I'm a cuss and sell. I go crazy, but I wouldn't want nobody, cussing going crazy around my kid. You know what I'm saying? So, but I almost hit the airs with you. Nah. But no, there's so many opportunities. In Georgia alone, Home Depot, Bucky's, Falcons, Coca-Cola, Ford, Kia. These are all businesses that already support and sponsor players. You know what I'm saying? Already have contracts with. Because for me, yeah, it's not the Falcons, but it's just like the Falcons. We're talking about a professional amateur player you know what I'm saying, that is on the rise and has the numbers, has the look, has the background, has the family support, has the coach's support, that if you're not gonna, it's not a bad bet to bet on this, to put your money in this pot.
Tell me a young lady with better numbers, and I'll show you a lie.
No, I'm not gonna. In flag football, I ain't know. I'm just getting into this like a few weeks ago, but not a few weeks ago when I did that interview with Coach E around 2 months ago. And once I learned on that, and he put me on to their website, that's when I jumped into it deep and was like, wow, there are players getting drafted, there are players getting scholarships to colleges, and then she told me about there's a player who got signed to an NIL. Excuse me, you crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
40
That
minutes.
man is
40
excited.
minutes.
Yeah, he's excited. I'm like, everybody out there should be just excited as he is about this young lady and what she's doing.
Yes.
Because all it means is opportunity. And especially for people of especially for women and black women, like it's super inspirational. They're, we live in a world where people are all, you're free to be whatever you want to be, and then they want to tell you what that should be. You're free to be who you want to be, but we're going to tell you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And how you're going to get there. You want to be a millionaire, we're going to tell you how to get that money. But every time we find another way to get through and show our talents, it's a win for all of us.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? What you represent, whether you know it or not, is a win for black women around the world throughout history. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're young, and I know you have a grasp of it, and I know that, especially with having a support system, I know that they tell you and get you prepared. But 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to look back at this and realize, I really broke some ground.
So kids going to be talking about her during Black History Month?
It's going to have to. No, for real.
That's what we talking about.
No, for real.
That's what we talking about. It's history.
Give me a list of other 17-year-olds signed to an NIL contract. Give me that list. Show me that list. It's a very short list. You know what I'm saying?
Her stats are stronger than our list. Understand what I'm saying? So her stats is going to last bigger on this table than the list of kids that got an NIL agreement. That speaks volumes about this young lady and what's going on, y'all.
What I see coming next, it's just like when women's MLS became popular. It took about 2-3 years, and then it was all over the world, and it was on fire. And then all of a sudden, now we got to pay women more, and this, and that. That's what I definitely see coming with flag football. What I've noticed is there's been a distinction between co-ed and separate. You know what I'm saying? There are some leagues that play co-ed.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And there's other leagues that play boy or girl. You know what I'm saying? Separate. And I don't know what, for it to take the next step and for it to be an official league around the country, there's not going to be 3. It's not going to be co-ed, boy and girl. You know what I'm saying? Huh? How would you want to play? Would you want to play? I would think that it should be boy and girl, a boys team, a girls team. Right. But there are a lot of sponsors that sponsoring co-ed teams. You know what I'm saying? How would you want to play? What direction do you think should go?
I would want to play with just girls. I feel like boys got their share. Like y'all know, football gets most of the money out of high schools, most of the money out of all sports. Let the girls take over. Let us do our thing.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think that there should be boys teams though, because football in itself is so violent, and so many kids don't make it to the next level because, like, for instance, my son, he broke his foot playing football. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a lineman, and him and the lineman hitting on the line. If he's playing flag football, he's not playing on the line. You know what I'm saying? There's less wear and tear on his body.
But let those boys be gladiators and let these girls be gazelles. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, but
yes.
Now that I definitely understand that point, but I feel like we don't need the gladiator. I don't need the gladiator necessarily. I love football, but I love to see young boys playing as well, and the same thing, the same evasion as I see with the girls. I think that that's the number one reason that we should keep it separate, because I don't want boy athletes outshining or overshadowing any girl athletes. I feel like they should have their own lane, just like you have WNBA and you have NBA. You don't have the confusion or anybody trying to compare the two or competition.
But that's the space we're talking about. They got their lane with regular football. Let flag be for these young ladies to showcase their talents and their abilities, because they have long speed. They have great arms. Their IQs are through the roof. They could stop and start on a dime. They could diagnose coverages. And this young lady is one of the best around, So why not let her have her lane and let those boys have their lane with them helmets? Let them have the concussions, because that's what they do. I have a son as well who plays college football. But at the same time, these young ladies deserve their piece of the pie. George and Weezy told us about it. They was moving on up. Why can't she?
I understand.
And the resilience is what comes to mind right now. My angel was an athlete that was injured her first year playing flag football, but it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. Right. She sat out during her injury. She truly learned the game, and so when she came back in, she came in ready to make a name for herself, and the name I had already gave her, so it just shines now. Let's go, my angel.
Oh no, that name right there, that's marketable.
That thing
that's gonna sell sneakers, that's gonna sell jerseys, people gonna be naming their child after your child. You know that.
Yes.
Because you know, it's a lot of importance in the name.
Yes.
And before all three of my children's names, I picked on purpose. I had all my kids are named the same, in the same light, under the same guidance. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I was picking a name for greatness with all three of my children. My oldest daughter's name is Emery. My son in the middle's name Zion. My last son is named Zaire. You know what I'm saying? So I named them as a tribe.
Okay.
I knew that name, one of those names that I picked, is going to be something great. You know what I'm saying? I know that when you made this decision and picked her name, you had to be thinking, I know something great is coming from this birth. And I've got to pick the name that's going to, that they're going to talk about in the heavens. Like the word, when they heard that name, I know they was up in the heavens going, my angel, what? Oh yeah, God. Make sure you put some extra on that one, because that's gonna be somebody.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And she is.
And this is just the beginning. This is just the ground, not even the ground level, because all the work that you did to get here is the ground level. This is the fruition of the hard work you put in and the people that supported you. But this is just a drop. You know what I'm saying? Because sports is like crack. It's like cancer. Once you get enough people involved and liking it, they're going to buy tickets just to see it every week. They're going to buy jerseys just to support her, or just to wear the jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about how hard it is for a second. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, 3 minutes. So that's a good question. All right, how do I phrase this? Because there's a couple things I want to know. Definitely want to know what your plans are for the future. If you have a college in mind, or have you narrowed it down to the different colleges, and are there already contracts on the table with these colleges, or is it going to be I already got my situation and negotiate something else with the colleges?
I'm getting offers. My future plans, like I said, the Olympics, I will be there. And I haven't released the date that I will be committing, but I will let people know.
Okay. I need all your Instagram, all your social media, where they can contact you, where they can contact ASA as well, so that, because somebody's going to watch the show and want to do some work with you guys. Definitely. So they just need to know how to contact you guys, get in contact with you, and how to book you for another interview, because there's other people who are going to watch this and want to book y'all for this as well. Water Boys.
Kids would love to be in the building when you do your press conference and you do your commitment please let us know. I'm sorry. I'm looking at you, but I'm not. Let us know.
Will do.
So that hits can be there and be represented as well as media when you guys do that. We'd love to be there.
Awesome.
Because I went to Lithia Springs only for 10th grade, but I went there. That's the school with no windows.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and give them your handles.
My Instagram is my Angel Ross, and my Twitter is Miss Ross 2.
You on Twitter?
Yes.
Are you a gangster? Like Twitter streets is treacherous, boy. I can't do them Twitter streets.
And before we go, everybody, let's go ahead and wish my angel a happy 18th birthday.
What?
Coming tomorrow. Happy birthday, my angel.
That's amazing.
What we turning up at, twin?
That's undisclosed.
Right. Y'all got me about to get her in trouble on the internet. No.
Mama gonna be there too.
For real. Oh, please. 18. My son turned.
We need to be doing her the same way JB4, JB5's mom is doing. Don't let none of them little boys get nowhere close to her.
Look.
No.
Okay?
No.
Look.
In between them at the basketball.
She's well
Look.
raised.
Don't let them little boys be.
They can
Look.
laugh.
Boys
She's a
get
beautiful
words.
sight to see.
Boys got cooties and they give you words.
No comment. Being one of two men in the room.
That was a time where I had cooties and germs too. You know what I'm saying?
I've been married twice. I ain't never had cooties and germs. They always like me. I've been married twice, got 3 kids. I ain't never had germs. Anyways, the GOAT Shop. Well, I appreciate y'all coming in. I'm hoping that we can have y'all back as the future goes on and y'all have more things going on. Anything, any updates, any new news, send it to us. I'll talk about y'all whether you hear or not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Any clips, especially clips, send us clips. We love to show clips.
Okay.
They
got highlight reels.
Okay.
send them. We love that stuff. And I wish you guys all the luck. Not that y'all need it, because talent always beats luck.
Yes, and she's blessed by the best.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So, damn, we gotta go. All right, the GOAT Shop, y'all. Stoner Brown signing out. See y'all tomorrow.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P. Not to mention, we got the host with the most. Kells, we got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.